Welcome to In Pursuit 360. Today we're going to be talking about what if I'm not physically fit? What if I've had some other issues in the past that have caused me not to be in the best shape that I could possibly be in order to perform the job of a law enforcement officer? And we're going to get into ways that you can deal with that, or does it block you out, or things like that. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so here we go. So I had somebody make a comment about they were they got out of the military for weight management issues. So honorable discharge, all that good stuff. So overall, you're pretty good. Um, are there some probably smaller departments out there in the country that are just they're not worried about that they're going to bring you on board anyway? If you look around at some police officers or deputies or whatever, there are definitely some that have some weight management issues, if you want to call it that. Because I'm not a butthead like some of the people that make comments, down below. Um, just because you're heavy doesn't mean that you're a piece of crap. What it means is that there are definitely some things going on. So is it a physical issue? Is it a mental thing? Is it like thyroid? Is it genetic? Is it there are a lot of things that it could be. So the only thing I can say is it won't stop you from becoming a law enforcement officer. Um, there are things that you can do to help yourself out. So even if you are overweight, you can still be in shape. You can still run. You can still handle yourself. You can still do these physical activities that are necessary, these physical fitness tests that are necessary to get hired. So if you are slightly overweight and you're concerned about that, you need to get up and get moving. Start walking. I go out and I make sure I walk twice a day, about a mile and a half each. Um, Now I am well over the half century mark now. I am out of law enforcement, but my sedentary lifestyle, just sitting around, I'm behind a desk now, um, definitely affects the way I feel. So I've started doing this walking thing, and I'm not telling you have to, but me personally, I've started the carnivore diet. I've been on it now for about 2.5 weeks. I know in the first week I lost 12 pounds. Um, so there are things that you can do. I'm not saying you have to go to an extreme like that either. They say all things in moderation. Get rid of the junk food that you're eating. Don't eat, I hate to say it because I love Doritos. Don't eat Doritos. Don't eat chips. That's like the worst thing you could possibly eat. If you want to start eating healthy, eat things that don't have preservatives. Eat things that don't aren't manufactured, if you know what I mean, right? I mean, all things are manufactured by the earth, but more meats, pure vegetables, fruits. Fruits are loaded with sugar, so be careful with those. But get yourself into a fitness mindset, like the carnivore thing that I'm doing right now. Once you start it, I'm perfectly fine. Man, I feel great. I feel so on top of the world that it's amazing. And even within now, it's been about 2.5 weeks. I feel, I may not look it yet, but I feel thinner. I feel more fit, um, just from doing that. And then, like I said, I'm walking a couple times a day now. So there are things you can do. The important thing is, no matter how you appear to be, whether you appear to be overweight or not, the question is, are you in shape? You need to be in shape. You need to be able to pass that physical agility test. You need to be able to encounter a bad guy and hang on until your backup gets there if they decide they want to be an idiot and start fighting you. Are you physically fit enough to survive? Are you physically fit enough to make it through the process? But are you physically fit enough to survive on the street? That's the question you have to ask yourself. So, again, no matter how you appear or what your weight shows on a scale, because everybody's built different. I've seen big boned guys um, that look like incredibly fit, but man, they weigh a ton, and it's muscle, or it's just that they're big people. They're just built that way. They don't have a lot of fat, but they're just big. So you can be that. It just depends on what effort you want to put into it and how serious you want to take it. What are you willing to do? And don't go to an extreme that you can't maintain. I'm having no problem whatsoever with the carnivore. I eat steak and shrimp almost every night. So steak and eggs or hamburger and eggs for lunch. I usually don't eat breakfast. It's kind of like a fasting thing for me that's like unofficial. Um, but I don't have any cravings. I look at something like I used to love Chinese food. I'll look at Chinese food and go, damn, wouldn't that be nice just to have that again? I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I feel good. I cheated a little bit on one day after about a week. I ended up with this really massive headache. It was my body telling me, no, this is not good for you. If food affects your body that way, that should tell you something, right? So be healthy, be fit. Um, just because you're overweight or big doesn't necessarily mean that you can't become a law enforcement officer. It means that you may need to make sure you're fit. Being physically fit is the key, not necessarily your body shape, body style, or whatever. Can you perform? Look at like NFL linemen, right? 300 and some odd pounds, but man, I know they'd outrun me, right? And they could certainly outpower me because they're built that way. They press a lot of weight, and there's a lot of muscle in that size. So yeah, don't give up. Don't give up just because you think you're big or just because you think you're overweight or whatever. You just need to determine, is it something you really want? And if it's something you really, really want, you'll figure out a way to get there. That's the key. If you really want it, if it's really who you are, then do what you got to do. Start working out. Just start by walking. Just start walking. That's the simplest thing, right? Get yourself I got a sport tracker on my phone. I hit the go button and it does a GPS track of where I've gone, and it tells me constantly how far I've gone and how many seconds and what's my average speed. And you start off walking at a normal pace, then try to pick up the pace, and then you pick up the pace a little bit more. Walking is better than actual running because the running is high impact on your knees and your ankles and hips and stuff like that. So just walk. Just get yourself to a faster pace. Look at speed walkers and how they move their body, right? It's a twisting of the hips and swinging of the arms. Try that. Get to that point where you're able to kind of speed walk for a while, and you keep doing that, and you can walk every day walk. Set a timer if you're in a spot where you can do that, or every day after dinner, go walk. Every day before dinner, go walk. You'll find that kind of helps curbs your appetite a little bit. So anyway, there are a lot of things to do. Take a look at it. Maybe we'll talk about this some more, and we'll talk about fitness and law enforcement and the importance of it. There's actually already one video that was made probably about a year and a half ago where I was in the gym and I made a video about being fit. But that's before I was willing to do what I needed to do to get rid of the bad stuff in my body that would let me recover and start becoming more physically fit. So anyway, so don't give up. If it's your dream, if it's what you want to do, there's a way to get there. You just have to figure out your path in getting there. All right. So that's it for today. Don't forget, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Maybe share the channel, share a video. If you know anybody else that's interested in joining law enforcement or just needs some interview help. If you look at the questions, a lot of these interview questions are on other panels as well, so we can still help you out with that. Go over to SpartanTrainingSystems.com. I offer coaching there. You can get a free 15-minute consult, and we can also do, we do some paid stuff too. So all of them are with me. There are no other instructors involved in this. It's just me. NextLevelTraining.com. I have a discount code down below too in the description. There are those SIRT guns, the laser pistol training guns. Practice trigger press, trigger control, sight alignment, all that good stuff. You can even practice some reloads. The magazines actually work and all that good stuff. I got a couple videos on that too. But anyway, hit the bell. When next video is coming out. Hit that bell notification thing down below. And let's see. Oh, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down, do me a favor. Leave a comment. Let me know why. What can I do better for you next time? I'm not perfect. These videos aren't perfect. It's just me talking into my cell phone. So what can I do to make things better for you in becoming a law enforcement officer? Go ahead. Throw me out your questions. I'll do the best I can to get back to you and answer them. And yeah, there's also like a little favorite support the channel button or something down below. Hey, I still have to work for a living, but man, I'd love to make this and SpartanTrainingSystems.com a full-time gig. So if you want to sit there and donate a few bucks or whatever to the cause, that'd be awesome. But anyway, all right, so take care of yourself, be careful, and most important, be safe out there.